Have you ever heard of a nobleman who collected children's heads and placed them on his fireplace like trophies? Sounds like modern horror, right? But this happened in France in the 1430s, and no one stopped him. For 8 years, the man's name, Gilles de Rais, a decorated war hero, a Marshal of France, and one of the richest men in Europe. But how did a hero become a monster? Or was he ever a monster at all? Let's go back. He was born into massive wealth, castles, land, titles. But by age 11, both parents were dead. His grandfather raised him, a man obsessed with power, not morality. By 16, Gilles was a skilled swordsman, smart, charming, violent. At 23, he fought beside Joan of Arc. Together, they changed the tide of the Hundred Years' War. He was fearless in battle, beloved in court, a national hero. But after Joan's death, he changed. He left the battlefield and vanished into his estates. That's when the children started disappearing. Boys who came begging at the castle gates, sons of merchants, apprentices, all vanished without a trace. At first, people whispered, but who would dare accuse the Marshal of France? Let's pause here. What if this was happening now? A man of power, wealth, respect, and behind closed doors, he's hiding something horrific. Would anyone believe the poor or challenge the rich? If this has your attention, stay with me, because what's coming next will haunt you. The turning point wasn't a murder, it was a land dispute. Gilles kidnapped a priest during Mass in front of everyone. That's when the church acted. He was arrested, charged with heresy, not murder. But during the investigation, the truth came out. Servants confessed, witnesses spoke, and finally, Gilles did too. He admitted to luring boys, torturing them, kissing their dead lips, keeping their heads as trophies. He described everything, in detail. No madness, no delusion, just cold, precise horror. He was hanged and burned in 1440. Crowds wept, some in grief, some in relief. But centuries later, the story changed. A modern court reviewed the case. There were no bodies, only testimonies, confessions under torture. And the people who tried him, they inherited his lands. So I ask you, was he a killer or a victim of power politics? Was it justice? The truth is, we may never know. But maybe the real horror isn't whether he did it. It's that for 8 years, no one cared enough to find out. The question now is, what do you believe? Sometimes, the worst monsters